And 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's funny. I expect anytime there's an update for it to break the Streamlabs. But that's not always the case. Sometimes it just breaks on its own. Can't quite figure it out. Huh. I has water. Alrighty. PowerWash Simulator. It's so funny that the 5th part is literally just a dessert parlor. I said it was an ice cream parlor in my Bluesky message, but he even says it's an ice cream parlor here in the text. We did take a little look around and actually get started. Ever so slightly. But also not really. I don't think it's gonna be like super difficult to get up cake splats and ice cream, but we'll see. Alright, let's get started. I feel I should explain what happened here. Please do. Shaw clean. For a start, it was a super hot day and my team were rushed off their feet. Is there any more explanation before I continue the job? Like, okay, it was a super hot day and my team were rushed off their feet. Were they abducted by aliens? I don't know, the text messages in this game from, like, the people that employ us. Pretty cryptic at first. Can't really tell, make heads or tails about it. Hopefully when we hit 20%, we get a little bit more exposition than just, my team was swept off their feet. abducted by aliens, forced to undertake their experiments, and they came back, speaking another language, and able to dance the Macarena perfectly. Let's start with the left. What's this blue stuff? Oh, that's cake. I can't remember the last time I had cake that had blue frosting on it. Now, ice cream cake, that is a different story. It hits pretty hard. If you haven't had ice cream cake with Oreo pieces, like an Oreo ice cream cake, those are divine. Now, as I say that, hear me out. A cake that is just one giant edible cookie dough, like cookie dough ice cream, but on top is the chocolate pieces. It's like a cake, you know. It's like a normal cake, but like instead of the cakey parts, you get the cookie parts. Don't know how to describe it. So basically, it's chocolate chip cookie dough, but in cake form. Now that would sell like hotcakes. Excuse me. Problem is, it's ice cream cake, so it wouldn't sell like hotcakes, it'd sell like cold cakes. I feel like this idea is about as novel as whoever made Neapolitan. Why is it called Neapolitan? Was there a politician who really liked Neapolitan ice cream and he invented it? Is it called that because that is the actors from The Matrix' favorite flavor? Or the most likely option, I'm overanalyzing it and have no idea why it's called that. imagine releasing an update and the only thing that you have in the update is a new level that's an ice cream parlor. I'm not saying it's bad, but think about it this way. The last update that they had, the Muckingham Files Part 4, was... what's it called? The aquatic one? And that had a giant aquarium that you had to clean and a boat. Altogether, I think it took me like 2 or 3 streams to complete the whole thing. Pretty sure we're gonna clear this ice cream parlor in like about an hour, maybe a little bit more. And it's the only level. So I wonder if there's some gimmick that I'm unprepared for, or if it really is just a tiny update. I didn't even get the whole floor. Okay. Our new junior scooper, Rihanna Hooper, what the heck, had spotted a raccoon out of the back, rifling through the bins. What kind of a name and title is that? To Rihanna's credit, she immediately rushed out to shoo it away. I don't know, maybe it was fixing a computer with its tiny raccoon-like fingers. You never know. Unfortunately, she didn't think to close the door to the parlor behind her first. Oh. That explains a lot. Raccoon sees automatic ice cream machines, freaks the hecky out. A bunch of people see a raccoon, freak the hecky out. Chaos ensues, this happens. Gotcha. Probably a little bit more to the story, but we'll have to wait for the next steps. As per usual. Okay, we got all the little stools. Really wish there was a place to put the ladder when you're not using it. That doesn't get in the way of cleaning the actual floor. You know? Like the indoor missions, and there's not a lot of them, excluded, I should be able to just put the ladder back on my car. Alrighty then. I honestly didn't think that would work. I thought the game registered certain parts of the map as floors and certain parts as walls, and the floors are like ground level. Everything else, you can't put that on. The entirety of the neon sign is, okay, they didn't separate the different parts. Let's get the ceiling. We'll go with a short extension and a ladder. We'll go with a short extension and do the ceiling so we don't have to worry about it. Like all the ceiling. Long extension might be a little bit better. Okay. Have fun moderating on Twitch. Also, if you have a moment, do you think that the ceiling is less delicious or more delicious with the dirt? Because the little splatters kind of look like Rocky Road ice cream, and in this part it looks like cotton candy, or not cotton candy, like a strawberry milkshake. One of those cases of does the thing that is not supposed to be there improve the thing that it's on? Which I guess you could say that about accessories too. Like, you don't have to wear accessories like necklaces, but they do improve, like, your fashion sense, if done correctly. I don't have to wear a bunny hat, but it's cute, so I wear it. So yeah. What's funny is I actually saw at the store a few weeks back Sanrio. Is it Sanrio? Sanrio, their take on the bunny hat. And they put cinnamon roll as a hat that has little flappy ears. And I'm like, bro. I don't really have words, but that's awesome. While Rihanna was dealing with the raccoon, Harry Solemn had come in for his daily deluxe. Who? Is he a regular? He's a sweet, super bright, but super shy kid. You don't really see a lot of kids these days named Harry. It's clear that he doesn't get much of a chance to chat with people, but he always tries to get a convo going. That morning, he was remarking on the incredible size consistency of the mint chocolate chips. Actually, now that I think of it, Harry Styles is, someone from Britain, or England, that is fairly young, all things considered. guess it depends where you live. So funny how location can make a name either exist or not exist entirely. Also, is there a size inconsistency in, like, ice cream or something? I don't know why that... Gnome! It's a gnome! What shall we do with the gnome prisoner? Can't really put him anywhere. Can I put him on top of the trays? Is that a thing I can do? No. Okay, he's just gonna sit on top of the table and think about what he's done. That works for me. We should probably clean these ice cream machines. I think I got that one. I don't know how to describe it, but this decoration, this feature, that's supposed to be, I assume, strawberry syrup. It kind of reminds me, again, I don't know why, of Ghostbusters. Like, my brain wants to think it's ectoplasm or something. We'll clear off the tables first. I guess lights next and then the walls next after that? Oh, right, the booth. These are really annoying because of all the crevices, so we're gonna get these now. Where's the divider still dirty? That was almost nothing. Alright then. I like how there's a clear dividing line between different sections of the wall. As soon as the raccoon darted into the parlor, it was mayhem! That is, a neon sign for sure. Interesting image. Everyone, including its staff, immediately lost it as the wild animal scurried around, desperate to find its way out. That's totally what it was doing. But that's when Harry, I almost called him Carrie, came into his own. What did he do? Throw ice cream at it? Okay, don't cliffhang me there. What do you mean the kid came into his own? Now I kind of want to hurry up so we can figure out what the heck, happened. is now look at the stairs and the floor. So we don't have to think about this section of the map, because it'll be done. You know, sometimes I wonder what I could say on Twitch that would actually get me banned, and what's totally fine. Because sometimes I think about making jokes like, you know, hey, when I say I'm doing lines, what I mean is cleaning lines like this in PowerWash Simulator. Like jokes that are referencing stuff that is pretty advertiser unfriendly. But then it's like, I'm not exactly saying that I'm Cocomelon either, so I know that my jokes are a little bit on the edgier side. So it's like, I wonder where Twitch draws a line when it comes to humor, jokes, and stuff that you're poking fun at. Why is a tip jar like... I get that I'm cleaning the place, but your tip jar also has a... Is that a cork? This is like a tip jar from the Bikini Bottom, like... What is this Comic Sans lettering on it? Made the tip jar Comic Sans to let people know they don't seriously have to tip my employees. Like, how am I cleaning? I don't get rid of the stickers. Where the heck are you still? Stupid cash register. Okay, that's lovely. They still have all the flavors of ice cream in this coated, disgusting place. Are the fridges still running? Are those cookies? Are those cookies in the shape of hot dogs? Are those pictures? Those are gnome pictures. He's responsible for all of this. I knew it! The gnome is the reason we're not playing Resident Evil 5 right now. He's behind it. Well, technically, I think I'd be at 6 at this point. We have been playing this game for a while. I think I'll complete the floor so I don't have to deal with it. Also, it's getting kind of hard to tell which parts of the floor are dirty and which ones are not. So I just want to be done with it and know that it's good to go. Some of the grime kind of blends in with the little black tiles. Now these are some super satisfying lines. The magic of cleaning. I did a little bit of cleaning today. It wasn't power washing, but I did some cleaning. Picked up a vacuum cleaner. Made it go brr. Vacuumed up some stuff that the vacuum can suck up. And what was left behind after it did the big suck is less stuff that my feetsies were walking in. My explanation for how I use a vacuum cleaner is immaculate, isn't it? We are almost at the next text message, so we know what the story with Harry's gonna be. I like how I effectively sanitize the thing that says sanitize. Harry knew that peppermint oil was a raccoon deterrent. How does he know this? Is he the ghost of Christmas raccoons or something? Like... So as everyone else flailed, he clambered over the counter, grabbed a tub of mint chocolate chip, and began peppering the parlor with it. Oh. He then created a delicious pathway of strawberry sorbet to guide the animal out. So he weaponized dessert. I mean, it worked, but at what cost? At least with the sink, there's no question of where the water is going. But that doesn't explain the cake smears. You know, if I don't normally say this because TV adaptations of video games and movie adaptations normally don't exactly fare very well. Because you usually have to cram, like, a bunch of story from multiple games into a single movie that's, like, an hour and a half long. So you leave out a lot of details for thematic purposes. But if PowerWash Simulator got a TV adaptation, bruh. I think it would actually go pretty hard. Not gonna lie. Alright, we didn't get the ceiling here. Flip. notes sound like the present. Like, seriously, imagine a TV show where you get to see all the events of PowerWash Simulator and what transpired to lead to the events. Like, you don't actually get to see the power washing unless you really want to. That could be considered in the boardroom. But you get to see how everything came about. And you get to see Harry guiding a raccoon out with a variety, just a smorgasbord of various flavored ice creams. Now I'm starting to wonder if the average Twitch viewer knows what a smorgasbord is. For those of you who don't know and want to learn something new today, a smorgasbord is when you put a bunch of different foods on, like, a serving tray, and it's supposed to be like a sampler of all the various foods. And people have started using it as a catch-all term for, like, a variety of insert thing here. So it could refer to experiences, it could refer to actual food, it could refer to flavors. It would not be incorrect to say a smorgasbord of motor oil. Granted, you're not supposed to eat motor oil, but again, catch-all terms are fun. Let's see what they got. Cones. Sugar, waffle, cake, coated, twin. What the heck is a twin cone? I imagine it's like a cone that has like two parts where you put the ice cream in, so you get like a double-headed cone. Sundays. Classic, banana split, hot caramel, fudge, the triple. Why is the triple spelled with two P's? Either spell it correctly with one P or use three. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Ice cream. Classic. Vanilla. Strawberry. Chocolate. Mango. Blueberry. Pistachio. Mint. Caramel. Banana. Honeycomb. That is not a classic. Raspberry. Lemon. Any allergies, just let us know. Speckles. Mint crock chip. Berry blast. Marvelous mellow. Is that like marshmallow? Is that Rocky Road? Citrus surprise. Hold on a second. Before I read the last one. Yeah, they misspelled surprise. Supposed to be spelled S-U-R-P-R-I-S-E. Fruity Tooty Fruity. Should have spelled this with an I. Oh, they serve more than just ice cream. Pancakes. Plain. Fruity Frenzy. Fruit Frenzy. I almost said fruity was already taken up by the special. Chocolate. Vanilla. What the heck is a vanilla? Oh, they put like vanilla ice cream on top of it, I assume. Syrup. Huh? Wait. Wouldn't you just order a plain pancake or a chocolate pancake and then put syrup on top of it? Do they put syrup in the pancake? Oh boy, questions. Cinnamon, banana, peanut butter, and jelly. You could just like throw peanut butter and jelly on top of a regular pancake. You don't need all of these selections of pancakes. You could just put condiments out and let the people craft, quote unquote, the pancake on their own. Waffled, Belgian and Brussels. What the heck is a Brussels waffle? Seems like they have mostly the same as the pancakes with a few changes. Namely, spiced fruit and toffee. I wonder what spiced fruit tastes like. Donuts! Plain, glazed, jelly, chocolate, vanilla. Again, what the heck is a vanilla donut? Strawberry, the donut! Is that like a Simpsons reference? Cakes, plain, red velvet. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Coffee, carrot, Caledon treats. I got questions about that one. I think I more or less made up my mind to get this little strip, the ceiling divider, next. I assume the dev team was... There released one area, and it has typos. I don't want to be mean to devs, but I'm pretty sure they were recovering from a hangover and were just like, oh, we need to release this content now. It's okay if it only has one level, let's just throw it out there. Spell check, smell check. Spell check actually could be a word. But we don't care, just put it out there, and then they did. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like... That's a lot of fridge magnets I just got. That one took a while to get clean. But, like, you can release an update over Steam and correct the spelling mistake, right? You can just load the map up, make your changes, release it as a patch. is it harder done than said? I think the phrase is easier said than done. Why are the topping containers all the way up here? I mean, it's not the worst spot ever. But I feel like a lot of people would ask for toppings, so you constantly would have to reach up there to get them. After I finish this parlor, I'm gonna go grab something to treat myself. And then we'll take a look at number 6. If it's really, like, the same as this, we could probably clear the entirety of the Buckingham files tonight. But I don't remember how long it was. Employee of the month, Brianna, 427. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. They're actually making me go prone on the stairs with a long extension just to get this little ledge on the flip-up counter. And the flip-up counter itself and the stop are two separate parts. You can open it. You see these glasses? They're not just for show. So... Ooh, central table. Oh wow, I missed a whole section here. I think I got preoccupied with the pillar and the ceiling and forgot to go around. Entrance door handle. Well, that requires me to move this. Wet floor sign hook. Oh wow, that's separate. And that's how you do it. I like how in the ending picture the gnome just kind of like is propped up over there. Power wash services. I've just seen the parlor and I can't believe how gleaming it is. OSHA's not going to shut it down. While the debacle cost me a fortune in stock, I'm actually glad it happened. Harry, or should say Minty, has come into his own. And it's a story I can roll out at parties and barbecues for the next 20 years. 21 is too far. And I can just write off the cost as an industrial accident. All the best, Gummy. Part 6. The Subway Train. Commissioner Bellasaurus. Her initials are BS. Wonder if she's a dinosaur. Welcome back to Muckingham Subway Systems. Following yesterday's spring festivals, our subway system suffered a 314.1% increase in train defacement, considerably more than the predicted 5.9. I just pieced it together. I just pieced something together. I'm gonna finish reading and I'll tell you what I pieced together. Consequently, we've made the difficult decision to commission a power washer and face a 2.65 percent hit to our annual contingency cleaning budget. So, 314,159,265. That's pi. You know, I know this. I know this because the digits of pi that I can recite off the top of my head are 3.1415926535897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897932897So when I saw 3141, I'm like, hold on, is this pi? Went down the numbers. 15926. It's freaking pi. So glad I didn't go past my head. Oh, we're back here. And we actually get a subway this time. How's about that? Cleaning in progress. I'm so glad we don't have to get that side. I guess we'll get... the outside first. Hello, Muffin! I do have a head. Gotta get ahead of the game somehow. Hey, Wishy! What you up to? Oh yeah, this person calls me, Wishy. It's endearing. First morning at Justice Antiques, and I've already been sent to Washington to pick up a Rock Cocoa basket case. What the heck is a Rock Cocoa basket case? I wanted to say, ma'am, your hunt is over. 'Tis I, Harper Shaw. of Shaw Industries. The shawiest Shaw to ever Shaw. But you know, never reveal your full weirdness on day one. True! How's your day shaping up? That should be the end of the texts. My head works very well. Normally, it depends if I wake up on the right side of the bed or not. But typically, it works pretty well. I mean, I just recited, like, what? 30 digits of pi or something? So I would say that's a pretty good testament to how well it's working. Two step ladders and... oh, there's a ladder. Top of the train, first it is. The real question I have is, how is your head? How well does it work? Because if it doesn't work, it gets fired. No more payroll for you. I like how there's, like, footprints on the top of the train. Like, what kind of action movie is this? Oh, yeah, I did say I would treat myself to something for getting that done so fast. I'll be right back. Well, shouldn't take me super long, though. I has returned. Just gonna open it up. Ah, I got splashed. Got assaulted by my treat. It attacked me. Pretty good, not gonna lie. I will put it over here. So, I'm a little confused about something. This train, the Part 1 and Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, are going to the same destination pretty much all the time. Why is one covered in dirt and the other one's covered in, like, used transmission oil? Did one kill delays and the other one killed cars? Like, what's going on here? I am still confused. Does your business need a boost? Put your ad here and charge your freaking phones. This is a reminder to make sure your phone is charged. Is it? Oh, it's your battery ad. If it's not charged and it's draining as you watch, you should probably go charge it. Go get your charger. I don't care if you're warm and comfortable in bed, go get it. Your phone will thank you. Unless you're about to fall asleep, that's a different story, but it's usually good to get the blood flowing anyway. Speaking of, is it a popular or an unpopular opinion to be happy that Apple now has to move to Type-C instead of their proprietary lightning connectors? Amongst Apple fanboys, is this considered heretical? Or is this just like, yeah, you're right, we've been off of a standard for too long? Yeah. You're back down the subway. Nice. Bet they need you after yesterday. What happened yesterday, Harper? And are you a member of that group from D&D? The Harpers. Bucket Fest got pretty wild from what I saw on Wocha. What the heck is Wocha? Sorry! Jeez. To be fair, 5 towns all having their fest on the same day was never going to end well. Why would they do that? Why is there ore on the freaking... Okay, yeah, you definitely ran over some robots, didn't you? Or not robots, cars. I guess we'll go one section at a time. And we'll start from this end. Because ore is never fun to clean up, and I don't want to deal with it. Like later. Like how the initials on this little sign here say PowerWash Simulator 02. Hold up real quick. I'm curious about something before this leaves my mind. What does the other side say? APWS01. That's what I thought it said. Remember when we looked at the names of the various cities in this game? I kind of sighed because of how ridiculous they were. They were very dad jokey, you know? So I'm curious if they're going to mention those names in the text messages when we hit 40%. And if we can fact check over here if they actually exist or if they're making up new terms. Eh? I swear, the sounds in this game throw me off so hard. But you look at that, we're almost done with one train's exterior. Then we'll get the interiors, and I guess we'll start with this train and its interior. Oh, this is not fun. Why is the safety chain of all things considered dirty? They could have left the one thing that you can just remove and throw in like an industrial dishwasher, like, clean. To be fair, this is the game that says, hey, power wash your car instead of take it to a car wash. I guess while we're at it, we'll get the other door, and little corridor as well. That sounded a little bit redundant. What the heck is this? Slimy moss. That is kind of gross. And that's oil and rust. I get that oil is like hydrophobic, but it seriously took the 15-degree nozzle or extended use of the 35, 25, my bad, to get rid of the oil in this game. Most powerful washer with one of the more concentrated nozzles to get rid of oil. I guess that's why there's soap in this game. I heard that opening sound. Like someone's coming out to confess that they're the ones who did it. Made this train all gross and grody and blah. Or on one train, oil on the other. Go ahead and pre-section these off. Get that part out of the way. Perfect. Well, I've got no more questions about the game for now. So what's up with you guys? If you're still lurking back there, say something. Tell me how your day's going. I'll try not to roast you, but no promises. Of course, the easiest way to roast someone is to just throw them in an air fryer. Oh yeah, it's spooky month. I forgot about that. Let's see. Seems like all that's left is the inside, huh? Well, they reuse a cake asset. I see that much. Why does the floor look like birthday cake? That is such a weird aesthetic choice for the company that made the train. We're gonna get a lower dump here in a second, aren't we? Genuinely loving this drive. Harper, are you texting while driving? Stop being a dum-dum. Put the phone down. Having a quick pit stop, stretch my legs, taking the view. Okay, you're texting after you stopped. That's better. Don't text and drive. Don't be a dum-dum. Almost forgotten how spectacular our country is. Our county is. I'm sorry I misread that. We'll take on this section here. We'll use the ending of the doors as the defining area that separates the two sides. I just want to get this emergency alarm casing cleared off. Muckingham Fire Department. Celebration. Muckingham Fire Station. Main Street. Come celebrate the Muckingham Fire Department for all their hard work and get up close and personal with their amazing vehicles. Subsidized barbecue. Okay, but what is in the barbecue? Because depending upon what you're barbecuing, I might be hungry for it. You know, one of the funny things is if you're ever deficient in a certain nutrition or like that, not nutrition. If you're ever deficient in like a mineral or a vitamin or like iron or magnesium, but you know how to marinate meat, you could always subsidize your lack of deficiency in something by having a very unusual meat and just marinating it the right way. Or seasoning it. The same thing can be said for vegetables as well. Now that I think about it, that's just cooking in general. That was a lot of things. Let's start over here and work our way to the checkpoint. I feel like that makes a little bit more sense than just like going backwards and then having to walk over again. dirty train station reminds me of Dead Space 1. Like, no, really. I think that's why, the sound of the door, like, flapping open is, kind of making me check it every time. Just expecting a PowerWash Simulator necromorph jump scare. The disturbing part is that people have actually grabbed onto these poles that had thick grime, cake smears, and more cake smears, and just dealt with it. And that to me is pretty wild and pretty gross, not gonna lie. Alright, sectioned off. People are crazy and stuff happens all the time. How do you get cake on the ceiling? That sound specifically is what keeps throwing me off. Like, where are they coming from? Can they not? Like, I get that it's spooky, but I'm not playing a spooky game. I am playing a relaxing game. About power washing. And that's literally it. That's all the game is about. And people texting you too. Just been roadblocked and pumped in by a duck and a goat. Come again? Huh? Calm down, fellas. I'm just passing through. I don't think texting me is gonna make them hear you. Gonna try picking them some choice boysen berries from a high branch to tempt them away. That word was awfully close to another one. We'll get the store. Got a notification on my phone. Just like, what is it? Hey, look, it's the Illuminati. There will be marshmallows. Why is that the important selling point? Imagine coming out to the middle of the desert and they're like, oh yeah, the concessions we brought for you to keep your attention are marshmallows. What are they doing? Playing Chubby Bunny? Yeah, I feel like the entirety of the seat has to be plastic for the power washer to work on it. If it were fabric, I don't know how anything would get up. That would be interesting for the second game, though, you know? They add a touch of realism by adding in, like, different materials besides just, like... How many are in this game? Like 8 or something? 8 to 10, I want to say. As my voice cracks again. Like it always does. But like, yeah, you can have a lot of different materials. And the game this time actually gives you a realistic scenario of how they would be cleaned up. Buckingham Spring Festival, quizzes, bouncy castle, street food, face painting. Meet Freya Petrescu, the new mayor. This weekend, see Lizzie's put it on the hat. Why is that an attraction? I guess putting on the hat's pretty important. So you can be the cat in the hat. Get it? Looking for a feline friend or looking for your lost cat? Contact the Crab Bay Cat Reunification Initiative. The CRI. How much money and tax funds do you think they paid in order to have this done? How many people are routinely losing their cats to the point where they have to make a cat reunification initiative? Not sure how, but apparently I missed this whole section here. What else am I missing? And seat divider. I feel like we're gonna have to come back in here to get, like, a few things. But it should be fairly simple. Not seeing anything else for the time being. Hold on a sec. Do I not have the DLCs? I mean, I do. But for some reason, they're not showing up. Did I just forget how to access them? Let me check. So they have a Halloween Seasonal 2024 as an expansion. I'm probably going to do that one. If it is here. Oh, it's in specials. Okay. So given how long this should take and the next one, I'm thinking we might be able to actually get started on the Halloween special. I'll take a look at it. I don't want to start too early in the middle of October, but I also don't want Halloween to pass and it's like, oh, this little DLC that I wanted to do in the meantime took too long, and I didn't want to abandon it halfway through. at parties. I would expect the glitter, though. That part does not surprise me. Also surprisingly easy to get up. Do not lean on the door. The door does not like to be leaned on. Leaning on the door is punishable by death. You will be sentenced to fighting the Minotaur in the dungeon. Learn how to abseal. I read that as learn how to spell. And I'm like, how dumb are people where... As I was saying, how dumb are people where they don't know how to spell, but yet they're old enough to go on the subway? Like... I get illiteracy in developing areas of the world. Or if you're young. Or if it's a medieval age. But this is supposed to be fairly contemporary, what, England? To be fair, I don't know what the education system over there is, but I assume it's pretty decent. Made it to Washington! Congratulations, Harper. What a lush trip, reminding me of how much is out there. Like animals that block the road. Why is there concrete on the floor? Ever considered taking work beyond Buckingham? Yeah, we're gonna go to Wallace and Gromit, like, eventually. And Midgar. But seriously, why is there concrete inside of a subway car? Of all places, too. Liquid concrete is the one thing I'm not expecting at a rave or a party or really any social get-together that has people acting like idiots. Which, by the way, is not a judgment. I act like an idiot all the time. At least I'm self-aware. guess got the pull tab. That one took a while for my brain to process. Boy. You know what? I'm just gonna freeball it like this. Just so I can say that I was being disorienting for a stream. Okay, that's actually getting to me too. Didn't we clean up some Crypto Bros, unfinished landing pad last stream? Pretty sure that's what we did. Another example of why I hate the concrete. That's concrete, baby! Next section it is, I suppose. I was wondering why there's lava on the inside here. No, it's just hot sauce. What's this stuff? Egg? Why in the heck is there egg all over the place? Who's throwing eggs inside of a train? This game makes me ask more questions than it'll ever have answers. And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Wow, I thought that that was like some other piece of dirt that was like right there. No, the white right there is part of the advertisement board. That is just cruel. Gotta make sure we get those handles. Pretty easy to overlook those, apparently. Gotta clear my throat for a second. Is this an outlet? That is a plug socket. Okay, then. It looks like they're just USB-A for, like, phones. I mean, I know that this is England and everything, and their plugs are different from the US, but I'm pretty sure theirs is still, like, 2 round holes, and that's their, quote-unquote AC outlets. Alright, time for the hot sauce part. We're nearly there. And the funny thing is, throughout this entire trip, we got text messages about Harper Shaw's, well, trip. And not one message from Commissioner BS. Pretty sure that's the first time they've ever done that. Where someone other than the person is like the only person texting me, and the person that employed me is like basically ignoring me. Like Harper Shaw wasn't anywhere in this mission and just pops up. I guess someone tried to make the milkshake bring all the boys to the yard. Don't think it worked. I would say that it brought wishy-washy, but we don't even know the gender of the protagonist. guess it's supposed to be you. But I kind of already had canon that, it would be funnier if the protagonist from Metaphor is actually also the same protagonist as this game. So that implies that, in my head canon, protag's a dude. Concrete, that's why, I didn't get that one. It was hard to see. What the heck am I pinging? I wouldn't exactly call them cushions if they're completely made of plastic. Alright, what are we missing? Inner door double buttons. We're missing 2 of those. Inner door crab rails. That's these. It's that one. Inner vestibule door window. That solves that. Plug sockets. In A. You know, I'm pretty sure, hitting plug sockets... Please keep your gnome off the seats. I'm pretty sure hitting them with water is not a good idea. Also... I did it! I broke the law! Now we have roof and caps. Oh, I got 2... okay then. I ain't complaining. Vestibule entrance frame handle. B. Inner cab door lock. Oh. To do! B. Outer double door frames. Rear lights, and then inner wall posters. Well, those are headlights, though. Hold on. I'm tripping. Am I not? What? Oh. I was like, hold on. It would be A if it was back that one. Inner wall posters. Yay! I like how it shows the inner part of A. And that's it. Just a huge pause. PowerWash services. Amazing stuff. You can consider your work here well and truly complete. Congratulations. Bella. Next we have the sculpture park. I thought we were gonna wait on next week for that. But I will say, Darcy to Arcee is a crazy name. Had a cough real quick. Jetsmith. That's a new name. Come hither with your suds of wonder. The clouds have passed overhead, and the moment is now. The moment is always now. I can tell that this person is eccentric and this will be fun. Also, the Prima Vista Pro barely fits on the screen. At the very least, we can go ahead and move there. But, yeah, I'm gonna take the rest of the night, get some foods. We've got quite the job ahead of us. This is probably gonna be a whole stream. Like how technically it doesn't count as the floor until you hit the blue. But I'm not gonna get any text messages until we actually get started. I will get one thing though. Yeah. I think I have all the modifications. I got all the outfits. I think I'll switch to... I'm pretty sure yellow rubber is the standard. I know it's the standard glove styling, but... yeah. Look how spooky. Double spooky! Funny that the yellow suit is custom. yeah, that's gonna do it for this playthrough. Next time we'll finish all the DLCs. Because we'll finish this one. And then we can move on to the other DLCs that you have to get from Steam. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I don't know if we're going to have a stream this Sunday. Likely not. Mostly because I have to be out of town for stuff. By the time I get back, I'm either A, too tired, or B, it's going to be too late. But there is that, 2% chance I can make it. Anyway, I'll see you all next week. Have fun. And stay safe. I'll talk to all of you later. Bye-bye.